Hi everybody, I'm Parna again with you all with a new topic. Do you know the undeniably interesting facts about hoverflies? When it comes to impersonation, the hoverfly leaves everyone else in the shade, often mistaken as wasps and bees. This unique fly is a perfect example of Batesian mimicry. Biocontrol. Hoverfly population are encouraged by gardeners as their larvae feed on insects like aphids, thrips and leafhoppers which are harmful to plants. Batesian mimicry is a survival tactic employed by a relatively harmless species to escape potential predators by exhibiting the appearance of a harmful species. The overfly employs this tactic to look like a wasp, bee or even hornet and is often mistaken by people and predators alike. Being a true fly, it doesn't bite or sting. Hoverflies, commonly known as flower flies, belong to Cyphridia family and hence they are often also called cyphrid flies. They get their common names from their habit of hovering over flowers in order to feed on nectar. Due to their diet of nectar, they also act as pollinators according to Encyclopedia Britannica. There are close to about 6,000 species of these flies. They are commonly found throughout the world on all continents except Antarctica. How to identify a hoverfly? Adult hoverfly. The easiest way to identify a hoverfly is via its characteristics, hovering, as bees and wasps do not hover much. Other ways to differentiate them involves close physical examination of the fly body. The bristles on the dorsal thorax are short and soft and the antennae on the head are shorter than those of wasps. These flies are true flies belonging to order Diptera and hence have only one pair of wings and not two pairs as in the case of bees and wasps. The wings of the flower flies also shows the presence of a longitudinal vena superior, which is a false vein that ends abruptly along the wing. The wing also has two cross veins, upper outer and lower outer cross veins. What do they look like? Eyes of a male hoverfly. Males have larger eyes that are placed close together such that they form a triangular structure. Eyes of a female hoverfly. The eyes of a females on the other hand are slightly smaller and placed apart. While the overall appearance is similar to other arthropod insects such as bees and wasps, these flies exhibit a vast range of size and appearance. Some are small and elongated while others are large and hairy. They all have similar characteristics: bright yellow marking in the front of spot, trips and bands. They have short and stubby antennae and have large round compound eyes. The eyes are larger in case of males and help them recognize females more accurately. The eyes can also be used to differentiate identify the sex of these flies. Where do they live? They have a variety of habitats ranging from woodlands to urban areas. Hoverflies thrive in almost any environment as long as vegetation is plentiful enough to sustain all its growing stages. They can establish population in all climates except the desert and tundra regions. What do they eat? The hoverfly larvae feed on aphid and other soft body insects such as thrips, leafhoppers, etc. The mature and adult flies feed mostly on the nectar and pollen from flowers and honeydew from aphids. Some species also consume dead and decaying matter. How do they reproduce? The hoverfly's lifespan is approximately 1 month and their life cycle takes place in 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa and adult imago. The period of the life cycle varies with the season. It spans 3 weeks in summer, whereas in winter it spans a period of 9 weeks. Mating hoverflies. An abundance of pollen as a flower source is a prerequisite for the mating of flower flies. Mature adults mate in early summer. The male mature faster than the females. This ensures successful reproduction. Mating may take place while flying or terrestrial resting on foliage. The female hoverfly laying eggs. A female can lay up to 100 eggs during the course of their life. Females lay the fertilized eggs on plant shoots and leaves where they will have easy access to prey. The eggs are elongated ovals in shape and are whitish in color. Larval stage. When the eggs hatch, the larvae emerge and start feeding on the plant leaves and aphid population. They also feed on other small soft insects. The larvae consume hundreds of aphids in this stage. The larvae are legless and maggot-like. After a week of feeding, the larvae fall to the soil and pupate from around 2 weeks. Imago hoverfly. pupae are oblong, pear shaped. Their color changes gradually from green to that of the adult hoverfly. Pupation helps them metamorphose into imagos. The imagos emerge from the pupae as young hoverflies. They feed on nectar, pollen and honeydew from apids and mature into adult flies. In year 3 to 7 generation of this spiral feed flies may be produced. Other interesting facts. Gardeners encourage hoverflies due to the fact that the larval stage preys on insects, pests and because they are great pollinators. The larvae can control 70 to 100% of the aphid population in their vicinity. They possess the ability to fly backwards. They do not sting or bite. The larvae are sometimes used as a bait in ice fishing. They are attracted to plant in the carrot and mint families. They can fly at the speed of 40 km per hour intermittently. They can switch and switch off their reproductive abilities based on the orders given off by plants. Aphid infested plants give off a certain odor that promotes reproduction, while uninfected plants will cause the flies to refrain from reproducing. The number of eggs a female lays at a time depends on the aphid population present at that site. Related post. Interesting facts about tigers. Tigers are an offspring of a male tiger and a lioness and are almost the same size as that of their parents. The animals shake right up puts forth some more interesting. Utterly interesting facts about mosquito fish. Mosquitoes are very annoying. We all know that you must have come across various methods of mosquito control. But have you ever heard a tiny fish that can help? Wonderfully interesting facts about Luna moth. The Luna moth is one of the largest moth species found in North America. They can be easily spotted owing to their size and